goodness. We're back. Hi. Hello. Welcome, Scorekeepers. Welcome to the big show. Welcome to the Score. This is the podcast where we talk about the arts and culture through our Black queer lenses, or as seen through our Black queer lenses. See, it's been such a long time. I forgot the tagline of the show. As always, I am your host, Rocky Jones, and I am here with my two beautiful, Black, gorgeous, I couldn't think of another B word, co-hosts. The indomitable Paige Reynolds. Hello, Paige. How are you?
I am keeping my head above water, making a way when I can. Good times. Good times.
Ain't we lucky we got him. And of course, what would we do without the unsinkable Dr. Lee Bynum? Hello, Dr. Lee Bynum. How are you?
Oh, I am barely keeping my head above water, but I'm not down yet, so I will take that.
Yes, and yet we persist.
Yes. Still I rise.
Still I rise.
Yes, still I rise.
Yes.
Earlier than I need to. I am exhausted.
Right. Thank you for that beautiful quote, Stacey Rush and Still I Rise. I kid. So yeah, we are back. It's been a while. Obviously, our holiday break was a little bit longer than we were expecting it to be. We were thinking we'd just take a month off and come back here and talk about some Trini fashions.
How quaint.
But the federal government decided that's not the case. That's not to be. As most of you know, the three of us, two of the three of us are based in the Twin Cities, and I don't know if you've heard, but the Twin Cities has been in the news a little bit. We're kind of a big deal. Lately.
Just at war with our own federal government. Just a little.
Just a little resistance. And of course, Leah, you are in New York, but you are here for several years and have ties to the community. So it has affected us all in such a profound way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's affected us all as a country, but of course, those of us who are here and have ties to this community in a very acute way. I guess perhaps before we begin this conversation, perhaps I should sort of orient us in time, because by the time this is released on Tuesday, God only knows what could have happened. The Martians could have landed. We could have reached the singularity. We're at war with Uzbekistan. So God only knows. And they're like, why aren't they talking about the war in Uzbekistan? Because it is Thursday, February 12th, the evening. This morning, our quote-unquote border czar announced that Operation Metro Surge, which brought 3,000 federal ICE officers and Border Patrol officers to the Twin Cities to terrorize everyone, to not to put too fine a point on it, that's ending? Question mark?
That upslur says it all.
Right.
I will believe it when I see it. But
Every
yeah,
single person I've talked to today has said that exact same thing.
Yeah.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
a week or 2 ago, it was like, "We're pulling out 700 officers." Nothing changed.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Literally not one thing changed.
Mm-mm.
Um, but I guess perhaps that, is the entry point perhaps for this conversation, and maybe to talk about some of our experiences here on the ground and leave some of
Mm.
your experiences sort of watching it from where you are. Um, but I guess Paige, I'll start with you and just how are you feeling in this moment?
Ooh, what a
Hearing this
question.
hearing this announcement.
Um, First of all, fuck ICE.
Fuck ICE
There
forever.
you go.
Um,
Now and forever.
Fuck ICE, fuck DHS, fuck Border Patrol, fuck all of them.
Fuck all of
Um,
them.
Dishonor on you, dishonor on your family, dishonor on your cows. Yeah, dishonor. I am feeling I don't want to say like not hopeful, but like not celebratory.
No.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
celebratory. I was like, there's nothing to celebrate. And even if all of these agents did leave like tomorrow, great. That means they're going to kidnap a bunch of people in another city.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like there's nothing there's nothing to celebrate. The only thing that is keeping me hopeful is that maybe resistance will also continue to increase, you know, uh, especially, I don't know, I hope we were able to set a good example of
I
just
certainly
what could
hope
be
so.
possible, you
Yeah.
know?
I
Um,
certainly hope so. All this talk, everybody, oh my God, I feel so inspired by Minneapolis. I feel so inspired by Minnesota. Like, I hope so.
yeah, and then hopefully take it and do even better.
Yeah.
Shit, because there's still thousands of our neighbors were disappeared. So take the model and improve upon it,
I mean,
please.
absolutely. The show, I mean, they just said the show is on the road, right?
Hmm.
Like
Mhm.
hopefully everybody was paying attention and is going to be able to put this in practice where they are, right? Because I think that is the drill in the moment.
And, I'm not celebrating just because, even if they were all sort of sucked up in 10 seconds and they were all gone, the amount of destruction and trauma that will be left in their
Ooh,
wake that we have to clean up now.
yeah.
Because I was in Detroit at the Sphinx conference last month. Actually, I was there the day that Alex Preddy was murdered,
Mm,
and that was that was a lot. Being so far away,
Mhm.
and having loved ones here that I could not be with. That was a horrible, horrible day for 10,000 different reasons that aren't just about me, of course. Um, but when I was there, I remember watching the news because I like to watch, you know, newscasts in cities where I don't live. They didn't mention it at all on the local news, what was happening in Minnesota.
wait, where were you?
In Detroit, at Sphinx.
Oh,
It was
wow.
profoundly strange. Well, this was the day before the murder. But they didn't mention anything about Minnesota. What was going? They didn't even really mention anything that was going on nationally in general or internationally, which I thought was strange. But okay.
Mm.
Um, but then, like the national broadcast, the snippets that I saw, like going through the lobby or something, like the headlines would just be like, unrest in Minnesota, you know, and it's just like,
What the hell does that mean?
what does that mean? And I just feel like there just has not been sort of an adequate representation anywhere besides sort of our local media and independent journalists that really have gotten to the heart of how nightmarish the last 8 weeks have been.
Yeah.
that, we have really and truly had a front row seat to the brutality, the cruelty of this current administration. And it's not that, like, as Black queer people, we have had a front row seat to the brutality of this nation since its inception.
Mhm.
But to sit here and literally, be driving past abandoned cars, to have to call my husband to tell him to take a different way home because there are federal agents kidnapping a 12-year-old and shipping him off to Texas 2 blocks away from our house, to hear the whistles, to be shoveling my sidewalk and see a caravan of masked agents drive down my street, and my first instinct is to take out my phone, clock the license plates, and put it into my signal chat, my neighborhood signal chat. Like, it's just it is wild the way that we have been living
Yeah.
the last 8 weeks. um and
Mhm.
just the kids in this community that have had to see all of this, the
Mhm.
gassing,
Mm.
the violence, the bloodshed, fearing for their neighbors and their classmates and their parents and their families and their friends. All of the people who have just been shut in their homes. Like, we are in the stage where people are hiding neighbors and friends in their basements and attics.
Yeah.
Like,
'Cause
that's where,
you can literally go out to take your trash out and not realize that there are ICE agents in the alley
like,
getting
literally,
snatched up in your slippers. Like, I'm not
it's
exaggerating.
not.
Like, this is literally that's what has happened.
I watched that happen on Instagram.
Yeah.
A woman literally went to go warm her car because it was negative 10,000 degrees
Mhm.
and left her kids inside while she just went to go turn on her car and run right back into the house. And they were outside and they got her, left her car running, left her kids alone in the house. And for what? And for what? What was the
And
purpose? What was the reason of all that for all of
will
it?
you say one more time for the people who may not have been listening carefully, in what country are you living right now and in what year? Because it's definitely giving, you know, late 1930s over across the Atlantic Ocean, right? Like, but this is America right now, right? And I just remember all the people who were so in their feelings when you would talk about this entire movement as being fascistic. And people would be like, "Oh
Mhm.
no, you can't attach that word to this. No, don't say that." I'm like, they are literally running around snatching people off the streets. Just like literally doing that. As much as I love history, I do not want to live through it. Like, this is not what any of us signed up for. Well,
Yeah.
actually, I guess it is the 40% of the country that voted for him. Like, I guess this is what they signed up for.
Minneapolis definitely didn't sign up for this again.
Right.
Again.
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 Like,
Right.
I me and some friends joke that just like, what spiritual contract does Minneapolis and its residents have with
Like, are
this
we like
universe?
sitting are we like sitting on the hellmouth? Like, what's going on?
Like, Minnesota in general, like, what did we all agree to? Like
Like, it's cold as fuck all the time. And the city's just on fire every 5 years or so. So.
like, yeah, but I also think to that point, like, we ugh, we've had more practice. A particular kind of practice that
Yeah.
most cities of our size haven't. At least not in like, modern history, we're also we are a place that has been not just blue for a while, but like uh embracing of, more um left politics and policies. Yeah, like policies of just how we treat people. That's why people have migrated here for so long. So there's just a way things have built up over time that make us prepared, and that makes me more worried for other places that maybe don't have that same preparation, and also aren't fully seeing what is happening here and just
Mhm.
how intense it is and how overwhelming and like devastating and violent and all of that. So that's constantly on my mind. Um, and also the fact that a lot of the preparation is done by Black folks, Black
Mhm.
organizers. I'm thinking of people I know who are just like, oh yeah, like I was shutting down freeways when I was 16 because Jamar Clark was murdered. You know?
And I will just point out, and Black femmes in particular.
Yes.
Yep. Black femmes in particular, Black queer folks in
Mhm.
particular, Black queer femmes in particular, and abolitionists. There is a awesome video of artist Tish Jones like talking about this
Mhm.
while I want to say it was like NPR or something like that, having some kind of conversation, and Tish brought this up, and I so appreciated it because that is what often gets erased.
Yeah.
um and not to be all Black people told you so, but Black people did tell you so. Black abolitionists told you so. Black queer
Listen,
folks, Black femmes told you so. And
we
we're
told you so.
abolitionists. Yeah. And we're abolitionists specifically for this reason. We were like, the
Yeah.
whole system is fucked up.
Yes.
Like, y'all are building and contributing to supporting a system that is eventually going to come for you and your
Mhm.
communities too. Like, that is why we believe it fundamentally just has to end. Like, ICE should not exist at
Yeah.
all, So, but we're called too radical for, and, head in the clouds for saying defund the police, defund such and such, as we're watching the police do nothing to protect the citizens of this place. Like, we're, God,
You know
it
what?
just, It there's like just an additional layer of angst and grief being Black to this,
Mhm.
like, of just like, y'all won't learn. You won't learn. You won't learn. And now the chick is
you
coming home to roost.
Mhm.
you know what? I might get in trouble. I might get sued for what I'm about to say. But yeah, okay. One of the things that this really has done for me, it has reawakened sort of for me the spirit of the teens, where we were just noticing and naming, the great awakening, as people want to derisively call it now on the internet, and it's just like, you dirty foot bitch. Now do you see? Now do you see why you were sitting in those DEI trainings at work? Now do you get it when we were asking you to read White Fragility and all of those, how to be an anti-racist and all of that business? Do you see? Do you see now that it was more than just George Floyd?
Mhm,
Do you see that it was more than just Sandra Bland,
Mhm.
than
mhm,
Philando, than all of those folks? That is bigger. All of those folks matter, of course, 100,000%. But we were talking about institutions and systems, policies, procedures, laws, all of the things that have been directed like a fire hose in 1950s Alabama at Black people for centuries, and
Mhm.
how it eventually was going to come and knock all of y'all on your asses, and we were trying to point that out, and you were all like, "Oh, but we don't want to use pronouns." Oh my god, you guys are asking for too much. Oh my god, this is like a Russian nesting doll of problems. I mean, I know it's important, but like now we're annoyed, so we're gonna go vote for Donald Trump so we don't have to have these, conversations anymore, and we can get rid of our diversity officers and diversity departments, and we can just do whatever the fuck and go back to the way it was before when it was normal and you all would just, just weren't we didn't have to listen to your complaints. And now here we are. And now here we are. I was reading some idiot on Twitter who was just like, "Oh, remember the DEI era, the woke
My
era."
God.
And it was like an era like Taylor fucking Swift, like on the Eras tour. 1981 and Reputation and DEI woke era. Fucking assholes. Like
Well, the gag is that they're still not listening
at
to
all.
us, you
Mm-mm.
know? I mean,
Mm-mm.
No.
that's the thing, and it's like, what more what more might you need to see? And maybe you should just say it because we don't actually need to experience it, but maybe you saying it out loud, you will also hear it and hear how beyond even the statement is, because I don't understand what's happening here, right? Like I actively don't, because let's say you're not paying any attention to this. Let's just say it. Are you paying attention to all the pedo stuff that's coming out?
Mm,
Do you know what I mean? Like,
mm.
what are you seeing, or are your groceries cheaper? Right? Like, what are you seeing that's making you okay with this moment? What do you have a hookup with that I don't know about that maybe I need to know? Maybe I should see it too, right? If things aren't as bad as I think they are, then I actually need somebody to point me towards what isn't on fire in this exact moment because I can't see it. All I feel like is everything is completely upside down. Everybody I know is miserable and terrified. And yet there's still some people just walking around with their heads in the clouds or walking
Mhm.
around as if somehow this is business as usual. Someone said something to me, at work a couple of days ago that was like, well, all we have to do is get through 2028. I was like, 2028 where? Like, what are you talking about? Like, has everything that's played out not sort of revealed to you something about our society that is dangerously broken? Like what's what's really happening?
I mean, I was having a conversation with my mother, and God bless her, one of the smartest people I know, where she was just like, well, we're just gonna have to make sure our voices are heard in the midterms. And I was like, what midterms? Midterms where?
Mama, mama.
I need people to understand the way this eh, when your city has its metro surge moment as Minnesota,
Because it will.
yeah, cuz it will, you will realize how insufficient that answer is of
Yeah.
just, oh, well, we just gotta vote. Absolutely use that avenue for change and, as a active citizen of this place. Yes, go vote, but baby, you gonna have to do some other stuff. I mean, like, get to know your
Some
neighbors
things.
now. Get
Mm-hmm.
to know your neighbors. Go ahead, elect a block captain. Go ahead and make your safety pods, your safety plans. What networks are you connected to, are already going that you can get connected to now before your area gets flooded with 3,000 federal agents, like that. No, that's like what people need to be thinking about, and
Yeah.
also realizing that I don't know. I just would hope that people would get for real. Also realizing that, oh, this is like been happening,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and
Mm-hmm.
before January, like I don't understand. I it's like you're saying, Lee, like, what is it gonna take? What further information do
Yeah,
you need? You see what's
right.
happening now, you then realize like, "Oh, this has been happening. Oh, that's the experience that these immigrant families have been having
Mhm,
with their families being ripped apart."
mhm.
Oh, like, that doesn't, like, stir something in you? That doesn't, like, I it I I don't have words for it. I don't have words for it. The brainwashing in this place is strong,
It
but
is
I hope
strong.
mm,
It is just such a fundamental sort of lack of empathy to a degree that I just can't even fathom that it feels like some sort of evolutionary glitch, right? Because it
Mhm, mhm.
like at the very our base sort of lizard brains, like we are most concerned with self-preservation, with just keeping ourselves alive. And it's to the point where people are are so divorced from reality and their own humanity that even just that drive for self-preservation isn't there.
Mhm,
Like
mhm.
it's like the psyop of the century. It's crazy to me.
I
mm,
mean, it's hard not to, and I feel like this is maybe the 3rd time that I have referenced this on, the many iterations of the show that we've done. It's hard not to think about this relative to the bread and circuses moment of the Roman
Mhm.
Empire when all people did all day, like nobody did anything all day except for
mhm,
like go to the Colosseum, watch lions try to rip the head off of old men, and drink excessive amounts of that lead poison wine, and nobody could make any sense. And I'm like, everybody, and I think a lot about this as I just like move through New York, and, there's plenty going on in New York, right? So, like, at any given moment, the answer to why aren't people plugged into something that's happening elsewhere usually means that there's just a lot happening on the block. But, like, you just kind of like walk through the city and you're like, oh, everybody's high. Everybody's not even
Mhm.
high on the same thing. Everybody's just high at all times,
yes,
and it's
Mhm.
yes,
like that's gotta be part of the answer, right? And if it's not people high on drugs or other kinds of substances, people are just really, really into TikTok or really, really into traders, which we should talk about.
We
But
should talk
like,
about that too.
but there's this way that like if you want to unplug, if you want to turn it off, it's so easy. It's so
yep,
easy to do it, and you will have so much support. You get support from people you didn't even know were supporting you, because there were people who came out after the Grammys or after some of the stuff that's happened at the Winter Olympics recently, and they're saying the things like, "Well, I don't really turn on sports to hear, politics." And it's like, which part of the First Amendment has confused you? Like, people get to talk about whatever they want to talk about here, right? Like, it is an illegitimate statement to say, you know, I, I don't think that there's a place for a political framing of a situation that is absolutely affecting the person who's saying it. Like, it doesn't even make any sense for those to be a series of syllables that disgorge from somebody's jaw, right? Like,
yeah.
what is actually happening?
I mean, well, I've realized through I mean, particularly through, January and the, like, intense, ice surge at this point, that a big way that we check out also is just the fact that we have to work so much.
Mm,
Yes, we were just talking about that
yeah.
Like,
before you joined the
Mhm.
call.
y'all, it has I ain't even gonna lie, it has re-radicalized me in a way that I did not know. Like, I've been knew that, like, the fact that we have to work for basic things like, food, shelter, the things humans need to survive, even water, shit, water you can't even really get for free. Like, you know? Like, realize that like, I've been knew that we do having to do that significantly reduces our
Yeah,
potential
yeah.
across all areas of life, like our relationships, the way we develop our intellect, the things we have, time to develop skills in or knowledge in. Like, if it's not something we can sell, uh then we're not encouraged to do it. It's like, you ain't got time for that. You
Mhm.
gotta, you gotta work.
Right.
Sorry.
Yep.
And part of what has made these past, I don't know, 6 weeks or so excruciating is like being at work at a job that I don't even dislike, and like just having this intense dissonance like
Yeah.
across my mind, body, and spirit that's just like, you're supposed to be out on your block right now or something. You
Mhm.
are supposed to be helping your
100%.
neighbors. You're supposed to be, why are we all in here acting like this is normal? What the fuck? Like, there were some days where I had to, like, try to go home early or tune stuff out or something because I felt like it was literally driving me crazy. Like, I
Yeah.
was like, I feel like I cannot be here another minute because it's just that dissonant, you
Mhm.
know?
Yeah, and just having the experience of sitting on a Zoom call with somebody in a different city, them going like, "Oh man, wow, that must be so hard." Anyway, so getting back to the email I sent you, blah, 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 blah. And it's just like there are people literally being shot in the face in their cars. And we're just sitting here talking about and I like I'm like you. It's not that I don't enjoy my day job. Like I do. I but right now is not the time.
Oh.
It's really just not the time for this. And but like knowing that if I don't sit there and have this conversation about the email, then like I don't get health care, I can't pay my mortgage,
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
can't do I can't eat
Now
food
I gotta spread the GoFundMe for my neighbor and me, you
and
Right.
know?
me.
Right.
So
It's just it's wild like how we are all just sort of like conditioned to like sit there and feel like this is not only just like normal but correct. And
Yeah.
it's just like no.
we're being held hostage. We are
Mhm.
all being
Mhm.
held hostage.
Mhm.
It's so
Like,
crazy.
uh,
Even like, with my friends, like I think, you know, all of my close friends have like reached out and we've had those tough conversations and I've been allowed to vent, but even in times when it's like they're trying to cheer me up and be like, hey, did you see the traitors last night? It's like, yeah, because I was trying to distract myself from the murders happening in the street. Like, how are we talking about the traitors right now? But then like I don't want to be like that guy, but then I should be that guy, right? We should all be that
go
guy.
ahead and be that guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, it's such an interesting thing because I feel like I have some people in my life who are just like kind of consistently not plugged in to
Mhm.
stuff. One in particular who happens to be on the short list of the smartest people I know. Like she's just a person who is just not ever plugged in to American politics. And back in the day, we used to have conversations where I'd be like, as a queer black woman, like I feel like I need you to have a completely different kind of a vantage point to what's happening right in front of you because all of it concerns you. And now I kind of get it. I'm like, oh, okay.
Mhm.
Mhm.
The what she is doing is getting through the day because if you do have to lean into this, even for a few minutes, like that death spiral is real. It just is, and I find myself sometimes not being able to sleep, and literally all I can do is just watch TikToks of cats or babies
Mhm.
because I feel like there's nothing negative in here, right? Like, and even I can't find it in there except eventually when I think, well, this baby's going to grow up in the worst possible world, just stay a baby. Um, but I actually have started to really understand why some people are like, I unplugged in 2009 and I never, ever, ever went back. And I do think 2009
Mm.
was actually one of the inflection points when it started to be a lot harder for people to hide their true fears and perspectives
Mhm.
and, articulations of the world. And now we're just sitting in it all day, every day, because they got hold to a little piece of power and are now raining down holy hell on the rest of us because their feelings got hurt watching some SNL skit, which is kind of what it all feels like. Like, what could possibly have people so like unsettled in their spirit that they would think this is how the country is supposed to function?
I mean, but I guess, like, I come back to just sort of, but this is how the country has always functioned. It just wasn't quite as overtly violent, like, in terms of folks over there. Right? The
Mm.
folks over here, we always, were sort of under the heel of the boot.
I guess the thing I would want to push back on with that, like, yeah, this is a violent, crazy, crazy place to live, right? To me, what's different in this moment is the range of things where you can plainly see.
Yes. Yeah,
The,
okay.
like
Mhm, mhm,
it was always one or two things like, oh, they done fucked up Iraq, right? Like you could kind of see that, but now it's
mhm.
like, oh, they
It's
done fucked up
everything.
Flint and half the other cities in America. And it's not even, and it's like, we don't even care anymore if it is law-abiding white people, right? Like that to me is also like, this is a very interesting pivot in this moment where even the things that it seemed like were guiding the function or operation of certain parts of society don't seem like they're applying anymore. I mean, when we were talking a few days ago, I was talking about like the shock of hearing these GOP people being anti-gun all of a sudden. And it's like,
Mhm.
oh, okay, this is full Orwell. Up is down and down is up, and y'all aren't even trying to make any sense.
Mm-mm.
No, no, and it's, but, I think, if you look back, you can see sort of the seeds where they were sort of planted. Like, I'm thinking about, the Epstein files and how we now know that there's, this giant network of pedophiles sort of running all of our systems allegedly. Um, or is it even alleged anymore? Who knows? I don't know. Whatever. But,
Right.
like, well, aren't these people these pro-life, oh my God, the kids, the children, what about the children? Well, what about the children in Newtown, Connecticut, who were an entire kindergarten class of kids that was shot up, and we all just went, oh well, this country doesn't care about children.
I've
No,
said it
it
before and
doesn't.
I will say it again. Sandy Hook was how
Yeah,
I knew.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
I was like, oh, this isn't just about racism because y'all
Mm-mm.
won't even protect your own.
yeah,
Not
It's
even
deeper than
yeah,
that.
little white children in Connecticut
yeah,
don't give a
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah,
the ones you're supposedly doing all this for, all
yeah,
of these uh fascist laws, all of this, taking away gender affirming care, especially for youth, banning trans athletes. I thought y'all were. You said you're doing all that for, the kids, to protect the children, right?
Right.
But a whole elementary school gets shot up. And it's like,
What can we
wow, thoughts and
do?
Mm.
prayers.
What can
Thoughts
we
and
Oh,
prayers.
do? What can we do? Um,
tragic.
but now that, a protester in Minneapolis with with a gun that he was legally permitted to own and carry
Yeah.
was shot. Now guns are a problem.
Right.
I see.
Right.
I see. And that people are just sort of like running with that. Well, well, he shouldn't have had a gun.
Right. I mean, the
Uh,
same people that literally 2 years ago were talking about how Kamala Harris is coming for your guns. And it's like,
Literally running into the Capitol building,
yeah.
ready to do whatever. Like that. Did you see the moment in a? God, I think it was no, it was Pam Bondi yesterday in her hearing, and one of the representatives on the oversight committee was like, like so this person was pardoned from January 6th. This person who's saying kill all the police officers on January 6th. He works for you all now, and she was like, yes, he does. And it's like you hired this person to be the head of law enforcement at the DOJ, and she was like, well, he was pardoned by the president. And it's like, yeah, he was pardoned for saying kill all the police, and now he's in charge of the police. Like it's the the dissonance
I, I,
is just it's
I mean,
mind-boggling.
the folks, the former podcasters, our peers who, went on to run the FBI and whatnot,
Mm.
I think a lot about how all they talked about for years were these Epstein files. And then they got in there, files are sitting on people's desk, and they're like, doesn't seem like anybody was doing anything wrong in here. So let's go and
Oh,
redact
we
these with
we
basic Adobe. I mean, like,
that
it
alone,
doesn't, it would
electric
be,
chair.
this would be like shitty writing for an episode from like season 2 of The Office. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
Season
oh,
2 of
this
The
is
Office for
lazy.
like a 6th grade creative writing class.
Right. I mean, this is it's insane. It's literally insane. And meanwhile, my WhatsApp is just lighting up at every minute because all of my friends in other countries are like, "Oh, child, what's going on over there?" And it's like exactly what it looks like. It's
Yep.
exactly what it looks like.
Yep. Yep.
It's just embarrassing.
It's as
It's
foolish as it
humiliating.
looks. Oh boy.
But don't listen to me. I don't exist.
Right, we established that a whole year ago.
Wouldn't it be so funny if, like, the twist, whenever we decide that we don't want to do this show anymore, the twist at the end is that I've just been talking to myself this whole time? Hello, Dr. Lee Bynum. How are you? I'm good. Hi, Rocky. How are you? Hi, Paige.
Matter of
Oh,
fact,
okay. Speaking of talking to oneself, this is so off topic, but y'all, I watched a Tyler Perry movie for the first time in
Oh.
years. Me and a friend were like, we just want something so ridiculous that we will laugh at, something we know we will laugh at. We were kind of watching it ironically. Y'all, it was it it was truly worse than I thought. It was worse than I thought it would be.
I can't even remember the last time I watched the Tyler
That's what we
Perry
should do
movie.
for a episode watch along. What did you watch? I'm so curious.
It was what was it? Medea's it was a Medea film. I should
Well, I
have,
mean, if you're
yeah.
going to go for one, you may as well go for one. So,
Absolutely. The way that he has just made Medea's wigs just progressively more and more snatched. I was like, we are watching a long ass drag show.
yes,
Yes.
yes,
That is
yes.
all this is, all these characters, the ridiculousness, the campiness, uh except I feel like the drag queens are even better, write better storylines, honestly. Tyler Perry does. Cause girl, what are you talking about? Why is this scene going on so long? Why does it feel like everyone's improvising? Oh, probably because they are, because you're the only writer for this 2 hour or whatever movie. Um, y'all, it was wild. It was wild. It was also like, okay, how many black stereotypes can we fit into this scene?
More than
How
you can
many?
shake a stick at.
More, more than I knew. More than I was like, it was also like, how many ways can I make black people look stupid? Or say that I think that black people are stupid? Like literally. How many ways can I make these people seem unintelligent? He has a problem, y'all. He
Yeah.
has got problems.
He
I'm
doesn't like
also
black
convinced
women, doesn't
I
like black queer people, doesn't like black
Mm-mm.
middle class people, doesn't like black working class people. It's like
no.
Does not like dark skinned people.
does not like dark skinned people, but doesn't really seem like light skinned people either.
Well, to a lesser extent.
No, I'm convinced Tyler Perry hates black people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm.
Or just people. Just people, because every once in a while he'll throw a white person in a movie and they don't come off any better. But you know what? Shout to Tiana Taylor, who I know was in a Medea movie back in the day, and she has shimmied her way all the way to the Academy Award nomination. So
Work,
Hmm. No,
work.
that's right.
not even mad. Like
Not
not
mad at
even
all.
mad.
Not mad at all. But
Yeah.
that's just, I mean, we just have so much to talk about.
I know. This
And
is
then,
why we
and
can't like not do a show for 2 months.
I know. The traitors, the Oscars, there's a new season of Drag Race,
Grammys,
the
although the Grammys, they
Grammys.
didn't, I got very little
I was,
from the
yeah,
Grammys this year.
I
Sorry,
was,
but
I
not
was,
sorry.
I
I
did
was
not
bored.
partake.
I was
Yeah.
bored. The little bits that I saw, I was
I
bored.
only tuned in to see what Lauren was talking about, and she still sounded good. She
Yeah,
still
yeah.
looked good. And then I elected not to watch a second of anything else.
Speaking of the Grammys, Nicki Minaj.
Ooh, child.
Ooh,
Ooh, child.
ooh.
Crash out
Yeah.
of the century.
Oof.
My goodness.
That
It's also like a
mhm.
real like Tyra, like, how dare you? We
Yeah.
were all
We were
rooting
all
for
rooting for
you.
her.
But were we
Uh,
though?
Well, especially, I just feel like it's the biggest betrayal on the gays,
yes.
Yes,
No, seriously.
1000%.
Seriously.
specifically most just grimy.
Yeah.
Girl, that
Yeah.
was, you should be ashamed.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, but she's not.
No,
No, no.
I mean, she's
Mm-mm.
not. She got her little piece of purchased citizenship. I mean, I just,
Which ain't even real.
no, it's not real.
Mm-mm.
It's
I
not.
mean, and don't let them fuck around and let me be the next president and watch me turn them all back.
Revoked.
I just, well, I don't, I'm not surrounded by people who are in hot water for potentially being, SA people, right? So for me, like I guess I don't have to feel like making a deal with the devil is a thing that I need to consider, right? But
It
Mhm.
is shocking how many of those people there are.
look,
Yeah.
the grift, if you are going to turn on Black people, right, as a Black person, and you are willing to turn on Black people, there seems like there is an unlimited amount of money and support for that. I mean, another thing that we haven't talked about is this bullshit ass apology from Kanye,
I was about
right?
to mention it.
And it's like, I don't know who this performance is for, but Black people have a very long memory about stuff like this. You can save all of it.
All of it.
Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody cares. We are not here for any of this. Perform this nonsense for somebody else.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to agree. I'm gonna have to agree. Uh, cause at some point, uh, when you're talking the amount of shit that
Mhm,
Kanye West
mhm,
has,
mhm.
listen, like mental illness may not be a choice,
Right.
but being an asshole is most of the
Oh,
time.
absolutely.
So I know so many people who got the whole platter of mental illnesses, okay? Anxiety, BPD, OCD, complex trauma, you name it. It does not make them.
I can't stand you.
It doesn't make any of
I
us
got ADD,
uh
BPD, OCD. You name
you name
it.
Okay, thanks for entertaining my ridiculousness.
But you know what else is not a choice? Slavery, right? And if
No.
the
No.
only thing that he had ever done or said was that I would still be incapable of finding it in my two sizes too small heart to forgive him. Like I just I don't know what that I don't even know why you think that's the thing that's supposed to come from your mouth if you do think it,
If
right?
you
Like
do
say
think
that to
even
your
even
furry
even
friends.
even if you thought that that was a thing, why would you say that out loud?
No.
I
But
just
that
No.
why?
but
Just why?
that is the kind of crazy mess that this
Yeah.
administration has just emboldened.
Yeah.
That like
Yep.
any insane thought that comes through your mind, mental illness or no,
Yeah.
you just get to say it and you have a home in that
And you have a
party over
home.
there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you
Mhm.
know what? We were talking about this earlier, but like I just maybe it's just me, but I have never seen it for Nicki Minaj. So I am there was
Same.
there's I have never been a barb.
Nope.
Not a day in my life. I have an affinity for Starships only because it was playing when my now husband asked me to be his boyfriend, and so it always
Oh.
reminds me of
Oh.
that moment. But other than that, okay, like the verse on Monster, that's cute. But other than that, I'm just kind of like, I don't really get it, and I don't understand why these white gay people are
Mm.
going up so hard for this. And it just never sat right in my spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
I think I'm connecting some dots with her and
Oh.
Kanye.
Mhm.
Mm.
You know what it
Mhm.
is? You know what it is? And why they've been able to get away with this fuckery for so long? Because they led with misogyny.
Yeah.
And
Mm.
Yeah.
misogyny,
Yeah.
people will tolerate for a long time. You can go your
Mhm.
whole career being a misogynist. Ain't nobody gonna
Mhm.
bat an eye. But they have both said the most misogynistic shit. Like Nikki's been giving pick me as energy. Like she's consistently the problem when it
Yeah.
comes to her beef
Yeah.
with other women in rap and hip hop. I remember for so long we were wanting her to be this mentor like figure, and she was just too messy and too jealous and petty to ever even do that for other
Mhm.
women in hip hop. So Unfortunately, she has never had that to be part of her legacy. I will acknowledge, that when she blew up, like, yeah, she was the only big, like, woman rapper at the time, and she, like, bust that door open for other people. But her misogyny and pettiness has gotten in the way from her being more than that. Over and over.
Yeah.
Kanye, I will never forget how he talked about Amber Rose after he broke up with her. Now,
Mhm.
Amber
Mm,
Rose is foolish too, so this is not about
mm,
defending her
Bingo.
mm.
personally. This is she's part of the problem. So this is not about her personally, but I will never forget the way he talked about her like a dog. Like it was so ugly. But again, people, yeah, it's misogyny. We talk about women
Uh,
like that all the time.
oh, absolutely.
Yeah, she's dirty. Yeah, she's a slut. Da 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 da. Like that's fine.
And I feel like we
Mm.
all memory hold that one season of American Idol where Nicki Minaj and Mariah were
Yeah.
on the panel, and as petty as Nicki was to her,
Mhm.
Yep.
we all knew.
Yep.
We all knew. Something's not right with that.
No. And it's on full display now for everybody in the world to see, right? And I think this is one of the many instances that I'm reminded, like, you have to pick your heroes very, very carefully because I have seen so many of the younger queers, and especially a lot of young trans people, talk about what her music meant to them, and her music never I mean, I was in a very different stage in my journey when she appeared, so I never had that attachment, but I would have been like, I don't know. Think that went through friends, right? Like I don't really know if what you see is what you get here. And that, I don't know, that's just always the impression that I had. But I've also been team Kimberly Jones for a very long time.
Well,
So
and rightly so.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh man, what a world.
What a world, right? What a beautiful Spanish speaking world we live in.
Oh, Benito, we didn't even talk about Benito.
I'm not gonna lie. Because it was a part of a sports ball game, I didn't see
You
it,
did
and
not
I'm
watch?
and I'm not going to watch it, but you know what? I don't have to watch it because what I did the next day, I got on my computer, I went to iTunes, and I said, "Let me download some of this man's music that I'm already paying $9.99 a month to have iTunes to be able to do." And I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I understood almost every word. I don't know what all the fuss is about. I don't know why people are so bent out of shape, and I also don't care. Like, people just absolutely need to find something else to do. I'm like, just find something else to do, right?
I mean, just setting up a whole alternate halftime show
For Play,
for
when
Play Play.
they paid the audience to come, bought the views. Kid Rock can't even lip sync to his own songs, which, in the words of Michelle Visage, learn your
Learn your
words.
words.
I do not under I do How do
And
you
for
not
what?
know words to the song that you supposedly wrote?
Can you please her? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. um, oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. No, but you know who wasn't even watching that Kid Rock nonsense turning point mess? Their dear leader at Mar-a-Lago. You
Oh,
know what he
I
was
saw
watching?
that.
He was watching Bad Bunny.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was. Absolutely.
Of course he was.
right. Like 150 million other people. Like, who wasn't watching if they were watching
Yeah.
anything?
Yeah. He's a hater. He has to. Gotta be watching the thing that he says he hates.
No, because nobody wants to watch Kid Rock and Tim
No,
Allen and Kelsey
nobody.
Grammer and
Ew.
John Voight read the Constitution. Whatever. I don't know what that was. Just these old, decrepit Mel Gibson. And that's the thing. I saw a TikTok a long time ago. There was this woman who had left evangelical Christianity talking about how like like they're not having fun.
No.
That's part of the reason that's part of
No.
the reason why like this whole thing where it's like you all won't even talk to us. You won't be our friends and that's mean. And it's like, yeah, like y'all have the
Mhm.
good food. Y'all are interesting to talk to. You have good music, you
Yeah.
dance, you fuck, you have fun. And they don't do that over
No,
there.
Mm-mm.
And they
no, not at all.
realize that they are bored and boring and their life sucks and it's bland and all they do is like read the Bible and try to like impress each other with their godliness and it's boring as fuck. Of course they want to watch Bad Bunny and Lady Gaga and Ricky Martin. Who wouldn't want to do that?
Right. Instead of making yourself the victim, girl, just go do what
Absolutely.
the rest of us does and go out and shake some ass.
Yes.
Go watch something silly. Go masturbate. Go do something. Like,
Hmm.
please.
Do all three at once.
All
Eh,
three at
all
once.
three at once.
Hit the trifecta.
You can't beat it. So, well, I mean, just join it.
Like, where's this going?
Yeah, actually just walked right into that.
You can and you should. No, but like I have always said that like if I end up in hell, like that's cool because that's where all my friends are gonna
I was
be.
about to say you ain't gonna know nobody anywhere else. So,
Like it was so different in the 90s because I had a friend in high school who was very evangelical,
mm,
white Christian, and we were able to like have conversations and not want to kill each other, right? And I actually found her when she was talking about her religion to be so interesting because it wasn't like she was trying to like indoctrinate me in anything, but she was just like telling me about like what they believe in. And we were having a conversation about heaven, and I was just like, "Oh my God, it sounds so boring." And she was like, "No, it's so wonderful. You're just wrapped up in like God's love and da 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 da." I was like, "Yeah, but you can't like party. You
mm.
can't listen to like loud music. You can't have sex. Oh no, there's no sex in heaven." I'm just like, why is it heaven then? How is it heaven?
Yeah, I don't, I question your friend's
Well, we're not friends
interpretation.
anymore. We haven't talked in like 30 years,
Oh,
but
I can see why.
yes.
Yeah.
And it just seems so boring. My God. But okay, if that's what you want. I
I,
can't.
I don't. People, I think people enjoy like the certainty that religion gives them. The especially, wants to say you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do that, can't do that, and then
Hmm.
if you follow them rules, you go in heaven.
Hmm.
And I don't know. I think maybe I'm just more of a fuck around and find out kind of person. I'm just not gonna. I don't like those rules. I will find another way of having an enjoyable afterlife. Thank you very much. I'm not opting into this program.
Yeah.
But some people, some people are like, nope, I'll trade that. I'll trade all my personal freedom and never feel pleasure ever again outside of the pleasure I find in worshiping,
And the pleasure I
the
find in making
spreading the
life
gospel.
and making life miserable for other people
I
who
mean,
don't believe
that's
the
Yes,
the
same thing that I
thing.
do and feeling
yeah,
superior.
that above all else. Yeah.
I've never understood that because to me it's like, okay, fine. You don't believe A, B, or C. You don't want to be involved with this. You don't want that for yourself. Why would you care if somebody else did? Like I can't even bend my mind to make it make sense. I always think
And
about
sorry,
yeah,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, keep going.
Well, I was just gonna say, I always think about what Whoopi Goldberg says, and like it's just so straightforward, but like if you don't believe in gay marriage, then don't marry a gay person. And to me, like it there is like an inherent logic in like I don't believe in people being able to smoke weed. Well, make sure you don't buy any weed, and then you will be fine, and you probably won't smoke it. Like, I guess I can't make it make sense in my head why somebody's decision for themselves is supposed to also govern what we do at my house, where they don't pay any bills.
And to take that a step further, if what you believe is that like this all-knowing, all-seeing cloud daddy up in the sky, whatever, is going to judge us for all of the things that we are doing, we're gonna we're gonna get judged no matter
Yeah.
what, you
Let him
know?
do what he's
Let
doing.
let him do what he's gonna do. Why is it then your job
Right.
to make life harder for everyone while you're here? How do you think that's gonna look to him? Because, like, yeah, I'm smoking weed. I'm married to a gay person, but you're an asshole.
Uh,
Like, why do you think that looks better than me being in a loving relationship with my husband? Like, make that make sense to me. Like, why is making life harder? And do you really think that like he is up there like the message that he, she, it, or they is sending to you is uh you know what, like that Rocky, you see him over there, the gay one, yeah, go call him an F slur, and then he'll be welcomed into my house. He'll understand the wrongness of his ways and come into the fold. Like,
mhm.
what is the logic there?
I mean, this is one of the things that like I always have to wonder, like these people uphold all of these practices that feel so disconnected to the book that none of them seem to have read. And then they're going to get to the pearly gates and be talking to St. Peter and find out he doesn't want to let them in because they're whack. Like it doesn't actually say anywhere in the Bible, run around and create confusion for everybody else because of what you feel like you're supposed to be doing based on your lopsided interpretation of something that's already been interpreted and translated and edited and re-edited 3,000 times. It's just like,
Yeah.
can you not?
And just
You,
like be like as mean as possible, but like couch it in terms of righteousness
yeah.
and toughness. Like yesterday with Pam Bondi in that hearing, accusing the one woman of anti-Semitism, and then she started freaking out because she was like, "My grandfather died in the Holocaust, and you're calling me an anti-Semite? That's insane!" And she got so upset that she had to leave the hearing. And the smirk on Pam Bondi's face, like the way she was like, the girls in Carrie right after they pulled like the bucket and dropped the blood on her head, like like the pleasure you could see in her face
Ugh.
from just this moment of just abject cruelty, and she just like flips her hair back like, the head cheerleader who just like, called some girl fat who tried to like audition for the squad. It's just like, who are you people? What is this?
I mean, you just diagnosed who they are, right? Like
Yeah.
I feel like so many of them never got beyond that one singular moment of feeling important. And so much of the rest of what they do is about chasing some distant, poorly defined sense of value that only comes from trying to make other people feel small. And it's so sad. It's so sad to watch. You know what I mean? Like you just I mean, there was something about that sad little TPUSA Super Bowl halftime show that it literally hurt my heart that I'm like, y'all are this miserable that you would spend millions of dollars making up your own version of a thing because you are that mad. Do you know how frequently somebody is performing at the Super Bowl that I don't give a fuck about? Almost every year. Do you know what we do about that at my house? Nothing. Nothing. I don't
Nothing.
I cannot make it make sense. I just
I mean, I was struggling to remember who performed last year, and then finally I was, oh, right, it was Kendrick. Right, 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 right. No, no effect.
yeah.
No effect on my
No,
life.
no. Mm-mm.
I enjoyed the performance, but like it was not the be all and end all. And like now you have these Congress because they showed two men dancing with each other for 2 seconds, and now we have to have a congressional hearing. But we can't have a congressional hearing about
Right.
billionaires raping children. Okay.
Right. I
I
mean,
know.
because Congress doesn't
No.
have
Mm.
anything else they could possibly be doing right now. Like, not a single other thing. This makes sense to have risen to the top of their list of priorities because there is nothing else going on.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God there's nothing
Don't
Mhm.
you sleep better at night knowing that they are going to deal with the scourge that is Bad Bunny's background dancers?
Ah!
Where's my background dancers?
Turn the
Oh my
card. I mean, this just
gosh.
makes me glad that they're going to deport me sooner rather than later anyway, because I'm getting tired of this. This is silly. I mean, it's actually just silly, and
It's
I'm not a
really
big fan of it. Really ridiculous. Hmm.
extremely ridiculous. And like I can't like ignore also the connections to genocide in Gaza with all of this as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I am, you know, deeply troubled. Deeply troubled by a few things, by folks who can't see any of the connections between all that support of, the Israeli military
Mhm.
and
And now they're
our
over here training the
our
people who are shitting you in the face.
exactly. Exactly. And
Hello.
us getting all buddy buddy,
Hello.
sharing intelligence
Mhm.
and sharing ways to attack our own citizens and all of that, just ways of maintaining an empire, and,
Yeah, no.
and
And
crushing
now
its
Christy
people.
now knows all the weird porn you look at.
Mhm. Mhm.
So
Yep.
so there you go.
Yep, they're tracking you everywhere you go.
Enjoy.
Here's where
Mhm.
you got us. Here's where you got us. And I'm also it like the outrage about all this imaginary money that's being spent on immigrants and non-American citizens, getting the trans Mexican immigrants and their da 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 da, like that's how it sounds. But like, billions of dollars going to
Mhm.
Israel and making sure they have free healthcare and school
Mhm.
and all of that. There's no outrage there.
Well,
Okay.
similarly, I get really excited whenever I hear one of the MAGA people talking about how there are millions and millions and millions of trans people in this country. And I'm like, where
Where?
are they? Because I feel like it's feeling very lonely in a lot of spaces where I'm moving. So I kind of want to know where everybody is. Like that, it's stuff like that. It's like, what what is it to live a fact-free existence? It must be glorious. It just must feel great not to have to be in any way fettered by reality. You can just kind of move through on whatever kind of assumptions you have about anything and then
Mhm.
act on them. Like that must be the level of responsibility they don't have to have. It
Right.
sounds amazing.
Well, if we were to move this in sort of a more hopeful, positive direction,
Mm,
I guess the one thing, and this is not an original thought that I'm having at all, but I do share it. But the fact that like all of this that we have seen, especially here in the Twin Cities, has just shown that the MAGA movement makes no sense.
mm,
It is not rooted in anything.
yeah.
It is not rooted in reality. That, what has been able to what we've been able to show the world here, I think, is the power of community, the power of diverse peoples coming together to protect themselves, unfortunately, from their federal government. But I have had more substantive conversations with my neighbors in the last 2 months than I have had in years,
Mm,
which is great. I have been able to feel the support of this community, even though I have complained so many times about living here and about Minnesota Nice, this idea of Minnesota Nice. But just this idea that we do take care of each other and that our diversity is our strength. Um, and that, we don't have to live this sort of MAGA nightmare where we are all just like divided and hate each other and that that doesn't work, that there is a better way to live. Unfortunately, that had to come through a violent occupation at the hands of the state
mm, mm.
for us all to sort of learn that lesson. But I'm very proud that I live here. I'm very proud that I'm a part of this community, and I'm very um, proud of all of us for surviving and in some weird sort of way, sort of thriving and serving as an inspiration for the rest of the country, I hope. I don't know. That's me being Pollyanna, I guess. I've
But
been known once or twice.
you did a really lovely job of sort of bringing that back to a different place, and I am proud of both of you. You two are doing a lot of really beautiful things right now for your neighbors, for your community, for the rest of us who are sitting across the country and trying to figure out what the hell we can do to exist in solidarity with people. So thank you. Thank you both.
Hmm.
Thank you for the support too, honestly. I do feel like one thing that has helped me mentally stay afloat is people in other places who are not ignoring what is happening here, you know?
Absolutely.
Because I think, there's layers and layers to how
Yeah.
this whole thing is psychologically damaging.
Yeah.
But one of those layers is just, the way our media is manipulated, the way people are able to tune out, as we were talking about earlier, and just kind of feeling like, do other people even care about
Yeah.
what's going on? Does the rest of the, country or the world, see just how like the rotten core of this place is being
Hmm.
laid bare. Yeah, like I ask myself that a lot. So it means a lot when people, you know, reach past that and are like, no, I see you. Like, I see what's happening. I care. I know it matters. Um,
And I'm going to stand up for you.
Right.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it means a lot. It really does.
yeah.
Mm.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Woosah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, if
Woosah
we
indeed.
make it through this, the way the therapy industrial complex is going to make a mint because I think everybody is just going to be planted on somebody's couch for the rest of ever going forward because this really has been a stretch of a lot in a very short amount of time, but also for a really long. time. I feel like I was just starting to get over the traumas of COVID when everything else started to, come apart. So,
Yeah, we gonna need the therapists, the body workers, the
yeah.
herbalist,
Yeah.
a sauna.
But,
All of
this
it.
is the timeline we all chose. Supposedly our souls before we came here.
Yeah, 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 you
This is the
right.
lesson this is the lesson we were all supposed to learn.
Hmm.
I don't
Hmm.
know if knew it would be like this,
Yeah, no,
but
no,
Hmm.
yeah, no, no,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. No, no, my soul is apparently a masochist. I'm
Hmm.
Yeah.
learning. Um, but yeah, I don't know.
That sounds like something your friend who was like, "There's no fun in heaven" would say. My soul did not choose this.
Ah.
Plymouth Rock landed on me. I had nothing to do with this.
Well, maybe the Martians will come. That would be fun. That would be fun. Well, this is usually the time where we would do a little pure black joy. I don't know if you all have
I actually have a
anything.
little, a
Do you?
little, a little
Okay.
something that I
Okay.
read earlier today that I'll just quickly share. So one of my favorite movies that I used to watch with my mom when I was just a little me was called Imitation of Life. It's based on a novel by Fannie Hurst from 1933, and they made two different film versions of it, 1934 and 1959. And long story short, it's about a white passing young black woman and her relationship with her mother, and basically the ways she breaks her mother's heart a million times. There's also another story in there about a white mother and daughter, but nobody watches the movie for that. So anyway, John Legend is making a musical from the property with my favorite living playwright, Lynn Nottage. And I am so excited because I think this is going to rip my heart out, throw it on the ground, stomp all over it. And I am so here to see it. Even though my pure black joy is about like the saddest novel and movie that I can think of. Very excited to know this is coming down the pike, and I wonder if they're gonna write a role for me.
Well, I bet
Mhm.
they'll rip your heart out once you see the cast list.
Lost another role to Audra Ann, I'm sure, but
Well, I don't know if I really have one. I mean, I guess I'm sure we'll talk about Drag Race at some point in the next
yeah.
few months, but Vita and Kenya, good job, ladies. Although, I mean, I just have to say, I'm standing Mia Star.
Me too. Mia is
I
giving
stan
me
her.
so much early 2000s life every time she comes on stage.
She's everything.
She really is. The girls this season are a mess.
Such a mess.
When that one girl fell out for no reason and they still sent her home. Come on now.
And she had a hole in the crotch of her
Oh, and
tights.
the crash, which was all any of us could focus on
Oh.
That
in
poor
the moment.
baby.
Yeah. Well, she needed to go home. I think she needed
Yeah,
a
no, she
minute.
was terrible, but but I still felt bad for her. I still felt really bad for her. That was sad.
Yeah, it was rough because she had just gotten cussed out 5 minutes before. I'm like, girl, you're having
Mhm.
a bad episode. Go home.
Mhm.
Just go
Mhm.
home.
Mhm.
I have not watched this season yet, but that's a great idea for something that can be a positive distraction.
Yes.
Like I need
Yes.
the comedy, the camp, the artistry, the mess, all of that.
Yes.
Yeah,
And if
yeah.
you want just a little taste, just go on Instagram and find Mia Star's talent show
Yeah.
performance
Yeah.
because it's
Okay.
everything. It's
Or
it's
Mia and Juicy's lip sync.
or
I
that.
also was like, okay, girls, okay.
Mamma mia,
Okay.
mamma mia, a bitch better than me, I don't see her.
Okay, bars.
In that ugly wig.
Oh, so ugly. All right. Well, Paige, do you have a PBJ? You don't have to.
You know what? Is Jill Scott's new album out yet? That is something Black and joyful that's happening
Yes.
that I
Okay.
feel like is we need all the healing we can get at this
Hmm.
time, and I feel like, all the healing and nourishment, and I feel like a Jill Scott album is like having a plate of yams and greens and cornbread and fried chicken and yeah, black eyed peas like sat before me at a time when I am hungry and in need. So, good timing. Good
Amen.
timing. That's my black joy right now.
There you go.
I
There
love
you go.
that.
I love that. Well, everyone, I think that brings us to the end of our big comeback special.
Mhm.
Hopefully things calm down a bit here. I shudder to think, what the next chapter in the ice story in this period of American history will be, but I suppose we will cross that bridge when we get to it. But just want to thank you all for hanging in there and bearing with us as we went through this longer than expected hiatus. But we are back, and as we mentioned earlier, there are so many things to talk about. So we will, I'm sure, in the next few weeks, deep dive into Kanye more and Nicki and Bad Bunny and the Grammys and the Oscars and Drag Race and the Traitors.
Yes.
I'm obsessed.
Same.
I'm obsessed.
I don't watch it.
And the
Another thing for you to take a little peek at if you
yes,
need some moments
yes.
of distraction. I have so much to say about Colton, and it's all negative, like every word of it.
I don't disagree with you, and I actually listened to another podcast all about his misdeeds earlier. And when we get to the Colton episode, I have things to say about that man.
Oh
Uh,
shit! I just remember I'm on a podcast, and everybody should listen to it.
oh
Oh
yes, and I edited that
yes,
Oh.
podcast.
yes, you did. I'm on episode 2 of Living Queer with Edwin De Leon,
Irwin.
PhD.
Irwin.
Erwin De Leon, PhD. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
And we had such a really, really fun conversation. And I'm also on another podcast called Thrive with Dr.
Mhm.
Laverne Brown. And we are talking about Black people and health. So yeah, give these things some listens. I'll put some links in the email to Rocky. And
And that'll be in the show notes. And yes, and go check out the first season of Living Queer because I edited it. Edited
yes.
Yay.
it. Or well, I will. I still have 5 episodes to go, but it'll be done. It'll be done. It'll be done.
Yeah, yeah, you got it.
Don't worry,
Mhm.
Erwin. It'll be done. But okay, yes. Go listen to those things. Thank you, Lee, for mentioning that. And of course, make sure to support our little show over here. You can follow us on Instagram and Blue Sky at the Score Pod. And we've decided in our last production meeting that we are going to be better about posting on social media.
Mhm,
Mhm, mhm,
mhm,
mhm.
So go follow us over there.
mhm.
And you can write to us at the Score Podcast 2.0 at gmail.com. And of course, leave a review, 5 stars, please. Subscribe wherever you're listening. And make sure that you tell your friends if they like things that are fun and black and queer and occasionally messy and very intelligent. So I think that's it. I think that's my whole spiel. I think I remembered everything. But before
Mhm.
we go, y'all have any words of wisdom for the
Vote.
people? if you can, yeah. If
Well, you
you
can.
Shit.
if you have your get your passport and your birth
Oh, so
certificate
glad.
now, because like that's the next chapter of
Right.
fuckery.
And don't
Just
be a
say that.
woman. I mean,
Don't get married if you are.
Sure.
Oh,
Sure.
now I'm mad all
I
over
know.
again, and we're
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Vote and organize.
and
Yes.
Or
organize.
organize in whichever way is most effective for you. You ain't got to do it the way that it's done mainstream or the way so and so on Instagram does it. Find your lane.
Mhm.
Because when stuff like this happens, we need every skill. If you can do laundry for your neighbors, literally, I see people doing that.
Mhm.
Like you cooking, childcare, whatever. It ain't got to be the front line. So find your lane, get in it, get in formation.
And I
Yep.
will say also to that end, just go out and meet your neighbors if you
Yeah.
haven't already. I know I lived on the East Coast. If my neighbor like walked in the door right now from my apartment building in DC, I would have no idea who they were. But it really doesn't take much just to, when you're in the lobby, when you're in the elevator, when you're walking your dog, just, hey, what's up? I'm so and so. Just want to let you know I live over here. If you ever need anything, if shit ever goes down, that's my name. What's your name? It's it's a really simple thing to do. People probably aren't going to think you're weird, and even if they do, when the shit goes down, they're going to be really happy that you did that.
Mm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Because we need each other. We really really do. So like, don't be weird.
Yep.
Don't be weird. There you go. Or well, be weird, but don't be weird in that way.
Yeah. Don't be a stranger.
Don't be a stranger. That's better. Don't be a stranger. And don't be a stranger to this podcast, because we'll be back in 2 weeks. And everybody stay safe out there. We love you. Bye.
Peace, y'all.